Penalty from Hernandez. And is that one going to find touch? Shane Horgan had a little look to make sure the feet were in play. And that's a mistake from the Argentinian. Out half as he is this evening. Sexton across the field from O'Driscoll, and back inside they come again. Gordon Darcy, the one who goes to ground and sets it up for Isaac Boss down that narrow side. Nathan Hines to O'Driscoll, and again they try to work the little intricate passes in a tight space. The referee's seen a knock on. It's advantage to Leinster.
Guards push back.
Ruddock sent back to where he came from. Boss to Sexton again. Referee says the advantage for that knock on is gone now, and the ball taken up by Jennings. Shane Jennings almost away. Sexton offered himself the offload, didn't come. Here's Gordon Darcy to Isenathewa. Back inside, slips away from the first tackler, who is Vakatawa, the 18-year-old Fijian. Only his second game for Racing tonight, and what a challenge up against arguably the best centre partnership, or one of the best centre partnerships in world rugby. Jennings picks and goes a little again, and Isaac Boss, and decent ball retention from Leinster. And now they choose to go wide. Again, it's O'Driscoll, a little bit of pace shown, and Luke Fitzgerald, a big game you feel needed from him tonight. He wasn't in his best form and hasn't been in his best form since he came back from injury. This would be a real confidence booster. Leinster keep the ball in hand and keep going forward, although on this occasion Racing compete. Fitzgerald to Leo Cullen, and now Sexton. And the Leinster crowd that have travelled raise their voices. Darcy ducks and dives and almost gets away from Delapay. Cullen in to try and clear the ball out. Isaac Boss there. Through the phases, Leinster continue to go. Fitzgerald, Sexton, maybe a little bit of room created for Johnny Sexton. Back inside, it's Horgan and O'Driscoll, Brian O'Driscoll, no knock forward. Referee says play on. Racing's defence being pulled one way and the other, really tested. Ball slowed up and kept tight by Leinster. Isaac Boss has a look to see what's on offer. Leo Cullen, Shane Jennings. It's Cullen who's stopped in his tracks, never really got going from a static start. Nathan Hines, the next. Keane Healy arrives just as the ball is about to go to Hines. Healy held up.
Hands away, don't play the ball.
Leinster, advantage again. Sexton, Horgan, Darcy on the run. Nathewa out wide. Isenathewa. Phase after phase from Leinster. They went wide, they kept it tight, they kept their pace.
Their patience in attack was commendable. They never panicked. They knew that the space would be there at some stage. It was for Nasewa, but it was really some good, patient work in the build-up from Keane Healy in the forwards, who kept sucking in the defenders. And Nasewa, well, he gets in the corner, but it's all the work was done earlier on, and Racing just ran out of numbers. But a patient and composed response now from Leinster.
Restart then comes from Johnny Sexton after that missed penalty from Hernandez. And it's taken by the young Fijian Vakatawa, and he's away, isn't he? Vakatawa's in! Thought that Racing might roll over after they got that try. Well, they're going to have to think again.
Yeah, but it's poor defence here, Ryle, from Leinster. I mean, he's waltzed through 3 or 4 tackles there. You can see the joy in his reaction. I mean, he's paired up against the greatest centre in the game for the last 5 years, but you can see him here. 1, 2, 3 tackles, and he's just brushing them aside. He's strong, but...
Referee warning Leinster to retreat, which they do here, Scarborough. Little kick and chase, and this one might bounce up for him, and Nathewa did particularly well. Athletic stuff to claim the ball. Here's Sean O'Brien. O'Brien, nothing outside him, kicks and chases himself, and he's got pace, doesn't he, Sean O'Brien? And footballing skills. O'Brien will touch beat him. It does just.
Pace of O'Brien.
Alganese to a short and Racing line-out taken by Santiago Delapay. 18 minutes on the clock, and Leinster with one terrific effort, but loose at times as well, and lacking the concentration that you know Joe Schmidt would have talked to them about before they went out. Boss almost caught in possession, should have been caught in possession, but isn't, as Sean O'Brien bursts away, and Leinster are in for their second try.
Boss was preferred perhaps in the cauldron of Paris against the side who are very physical up front and around the fringes, and Boss just wasn't held. And Sean O'Brien, well, he's unstoppable, isn't he, when he gets possession in that, and perhaps making up for his missed tackle only minutes ago, which conceded the score to Racing. But you can see Boss here, his strength is there, and Sean O'Brien recognised it, gets on the end of the pass like all, and continue the movement.
Leo Cullen this time, the target in the line out, and Leinster decide to keep it tight on this occasion.
Number one Racing.
Julien Bruno, the man who's warned to get away, and he does, and then Leinster get up ahead of steam, and it's Shane Jennings at the back of that marauding Leinster maul. Advantage being played to Leinster now. About 5 metres short. It's in there somewhere. Now you can see it. Jennings restructures, and it goes to Boss and Sexton and Darcy, and out wide is Luke Fitzgerald. Had to wait for the ball to arrive, gets away from Scarborough. Lovely offload to Nathaywa, back to Gordon Darcy. They're lining up. Sexton, try number 3.
Forwards and the backs. We don't see the driving maul that had set up this opportunity. A brilliant little bit of footwork here from Luke Fitzgerald, and a great layoff that set the movement to continue. And Darcy, of course, quick stepper, handing it to Sexton, who gets in under the post. And it's no mean feat to drive the Racing pack, even though they're short a few off their own ball. And it was great work from the Leinster forwards, but in the end they proved they were clinical as well. They've missed a few opportunities up to now, but here they managed to finish it. But watch the footwork here from Luke Fitzgerald, just gets outside Scarborough, and a brilliant layoff. And after that, really was just about executing 2-to-1s. Sexton gets in, Leinster on fire, just getting them a taste of the physical action that they'll be required on Wednesday against Clermont in the big top 14 clash.
Harris Wright somehow comes away with that for Leinster, and Jennings secures it. It's there for Isaac Boss, and Sexton declines the kick and keeps the ball in hand. Here's Issa Nathaywa. Nathaywa almost away, trying to offload. O'Driscoll on his shoulder, hungry for it still, and McFadden sees a little gap, and Fergus McFadden has shown pace, terrific pace. Isaac Boss there. Sexton, McFadden again. Here's Rhys Ruddock. Scarborough half makes the tackle, but does enough to stop Leinster. Ball once more there for Isaac Boss, and Luke Fitzgerald. Maybe it should have gone wide. Fitzgerald thought he saw a gap. Now it will go wide. Sexton, Darcy, Cullen offered himself. Darcy holds on. Boss. Mike Ross not used, but does the clear-out job, and Sexton makes sure possession goes to Nathan Hines, who picks and goes, though Chikoro makes the tackle in combination with Lino Nale. Van der Merwe picks, and Durant, the scrum half, does enough to put him down about 4 metres short of the Racing line. This is better from Leinster as they go in search of a 4th try that would secure the bonus point. O'Driscoll held up. Boss digs it out. Sean O'Brien bursts in, an advantage being played to Leinster as Racing come offside. Inevitable it was, but the gap continues to open up. Sexton in. Try number 4 for Leinster.
Getting a bit sloppy, a bit loose, and ever since McFadden broke away up the wing, all the alarm bells were going. They switched into overdrive again, and there was right from here, there was kind of an awareness from everybody that the chance was on. There was a pace and tempo about their attack. Everybody responded to it, and eventually Johnny Sexton gets in for his 2nd try. But it was all about pushing that button. They responded everywhere on the field. Away every time, or the outside break. There are times when kicking can be just as effective.
Not meant for Nathan Hines, but nonetheless he got there.
5 now, move, back feet.
Redden, Sean O'Brien. Here's Rhys Ruddock again.
8, Lachey.
Cullen minds the ball. Redden fires it out to Cian Healy. Redden once more. Leo Cullen came back on the angle. Here's Redden again. He looks very busy since he came on. Sean O'Brien again creates space, and O'Driscoll bursts onto it.
It was good play from Leinster. They kept the ball moving, target moving all the time, resetting and getting it away quickly. And when O'Driscoll comes on to Sean O'Brien's offload, He's going against the tackle all the time, and there's no way he was going to.
Tough group for Leinster when it came out. You wondered whether they'd have the ability to see it out over such a long period of time and hit the highs that they needed to do. They didn't hit a high tonight, but they did do the job that was required. They came to Paris needing the win to secure a home quarter final, and they did it. The final score, Racing Metro 11, Leinster 36. On to the last 8, Leinster go.